personalities and one institution, recognizing their glorious and commendable works to the nation. BNP's so-called threat of mass uprising to topple the government is nothing but hollow talks, comments Obaidul Qadir. BNP maintaining a double standard about prices of commodities, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Educational institutions in the country return to normal schedule as pre-primary kids get back to schools after 2 years. No death from corona reported in country after December 9, while infection rate 1.54% in 24 hours. Russian military intervention in Ukraine continues amid preparations for a fifth round dialogue between the two sides. And beating Iran by 6-2, Bangladesh in the semi-final of AHF Cup Hockey in Indonesia. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. I am Roya Zabin. You have just heard the headlines. Now news in details.
যদি কেউ ন্যায্য কথা বলে আমরা সংখ্যায় বেশি হলেও একজন যদিও সে হয় তার ন্যায্য কথা আমরা মেনে নেব.
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina said 1 crore people will get special cards to buy daily essential commodities at lower prices. The Premier revealed this plan while addressing the meeting with the leaders of 14 party at Ganobhavan this morning. She also said that the government has enough food in stores. The Prime Minister urged the countrymen to increase crop production. She said no land in the country should be left fallow.
আন্তর্জাতিক বাজারে যখন দাম বেড়ে যায় তখন খুব বেশি তো আর আমাদের করার কিছু থাকে না, কিছু তো ওটা কম্প্রোমাইজ করতেই হয়। কিন্তু রোজার সময় যাতে অন্তত মানে দ্রব্যমূল্য থাকে নিজেদের, আর সেই সাথে আরেকটা কাজ আমরা করে দিচ্ছি, আমরা টার্গেট করছি যে 1 কোটি মানুষ, তাদেরকে আমরা স্পেশাল কার্ড দিয়ে দেব যেটা তারা ন্যায্য মূল্যে তাদের নিত্য প্রয়োজনীয় জিনিস কয়েকটা জিনিস আইটেম কিনতে পারি। যে 38 লক্ষকে আমরা টাকা দিচ্ছি তারা তো থাকবেই, তার বাইরেও আরো ধরে আমরা 1 কোটি লোককে দেব। তাছাড়া 50 লক্ষ মানুষকে একটা কার্ড দেওয়া আছে, সেটা থেকে তারা মাত্র 10 টাকায় চাল কিনতে পারে, সে ব্যবস্থাটা করা আছে। তো ওই 50 লক্ষ প্লাস এই 1 কোটি মানুষকে যে আমরা বিশেষ কার্ড দিয়ে সহযোগিতাটা দেব, যাতে করে নিত্য প্রয়োজনীয় পণ্যটা তারা ন্যায্য মূল্যে নিয়ে তাদের জীবন জীবিকা চালাতে পারে।
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has asked the authorities concerned to speed up the construction work regarding extension of the Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka. She also asked to take required measures for land acquisition of Chattogram Airport alongside giving the other necessary directives. The Premier gave the directives after witnessing a presentation on progress of first phase first amended of the Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport's extension work at her official Ganobhavan residence here this morning. The total progress of the work is 23% and the completion of the work is expected by November 2023, the release said. Sheikh Hasina also asked the authorities to carry out the works keeping the future in mind. The Prime Minister also stressed the need for increasing income of the Bangladesh Biman. She also instructed to arrange training programs for the concerned people to enhance the airport's security services. State Minister for Civil Aviation and Tourism Mohammad Mahbub Ali, Senior Secretary to the Prime Minister Office Mohammad Tofazal Hossain Mia, Civil Aviation and Tourism Secretary Mukammal Hussain, and Chairman of Civil Aviation Authority of Bangladesh Air Vice Marshal Mofidur Rahman, among others, were present. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid called upon the U.S. investors to invest more in various potential sectors of Bangladesh. The President made the call when newly appointed Ambassador of the United States of America to Bangladesh, Peter D. Haas, presented his credentials to him at Bangabhavan this afternoon. On arrival at Bongo Bhavan, the new envoy was given Guard of Honor by a contingent of President Guard Regiment. Welcoming the new envoy, President Mohammad Abdul Hamid said Bangladesh's ties with the United States are excellent, and beyond the boundaries of this excellent relationship, diplomatic ties as well as trade and commerce have expanded in various fields. Highlighting the U.S. support and cooperation on the Rohingya issue, President Abdul Hamid expressed hope that U.S. pressure on the Myanmar government would be continued to ensure the safe repatriation of Rohingya refugees to their homeland with dignity. The head of the state thanked the U.S. government for its support in various ways, including providing vaccines to Bangladesh in the fight against COVID-19. During the meeting, the new U.S. ambassador sought all-out cooperation of the president in discharging his duties. President's Office Secretary Shampod Borua, Military Secretary Major General S.M. Salahuddin Islam, Press Secretary Mohammad Joinal Abidin, and Secretary Attached Mohammad Wahidul Islam Khan were present. Later, newly appointed High Commissioner of Bangladesh to Maldives, Rear Admiral S.M. Abul Kalam Azad, paid a courtesy call on President Mohammad Abdul Hamid this evening. During the meeting, the President said the exchange of high-level visits between the two countries in recent times has opened a new chapter in the bilateral relations between the two countries. The President advised the High Commissioner to work for further cooperation in the development of trade and investment between the two countries. President Mohammad Abdul Hamid also asked the High Commissioner to work for the welfare of the expatriate Bangladeshis staying in the Maldives. Secretaries to the President were present. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has said BNP's so-called threat of mass upsurge to oust the government is nothing but rhetoric. He said this in a statement today protesting BNP Secretary General's continuous lie and propaganda. Obaidul Qadir said people have rejected BNP as the party is engaged in various anti-state and anti-people conspiracies at home and abroad to topple the government. Mentioning that the government of Sheikh Hasina is a pro-people government and the people is the only source of the power of the Awami League, Obaidul Qadir said the government is committed to ensuring responsibilities to the people and it forms all plannings and programs prioritizing the interest of the people. The Awami League General Secretary hoped that prices of the daily essentials will be brought under control within a short time. He also urged the BNP to keep away from making misleading comments and propaganda against the government and the Awami League. Information and Broadcasting Minister and Joint General Secretary of the Bangladesh Awami League, Dr. Hassan Mahmood, has said BNP is maintaining double standard about prices of commodities. He was replying to a question from journalists after the unveiling of 5 books on Bongo Bondhu, literature, politics and mass media at the Omar Ekushe Book Fair today. Dr. Hassan Mahmood said, on one hand, BNP is encouraging dishonest traders secretly to increase the prices of commodities. On the other hand, it is observing different programs in the field to show the people which is double standard of the party. Responding to BNP leader Ruhul Kabir Rizvi's remarks about money laundering by those in power in the name of development, the Information and Broadcasting Minister said, people laugh when the leaders of the party outcry about money laundering, as the leaders of BNP were involved in money laundering, under whose leadership Bangladesh has become a 5-time champion in corruption.
ওনাদের নেতা তারেক রহমান এবং বেগম খালেদা জিয়ার দ্বিতীয় পুত্র আরাফাত রহমান কোকোর যে পাচারকৃত টাকা সেটি FBI উদ্ঘাটন করেছে এবং তারেক রহমানের অর্থ পাচারের ব্যাপারে FBI এসে বাংলাদেশে সাক্ষ্য দিয়ে গেছে। যাদের নেতারা অর্থ পাচারের সাথে যুক্ত, যাদের নেতৃত্বে বাংলাদেশ দুর্নীতিতে পরপর 5 বার চ্যাম্পিয়ন হয়েছে, তখন সারা অঙ্গে গন্ধ মেখে যখন তারা এই নিয়ে কথা বলে তখন মানুষ হাসে। রিজভী সাহেবের এই বক্তব্য হাস্যস্কর। তাদেরকে আয়নায় নিজেদের চেহারাটা দেখার জন্য বলছে। করোনার কারণে এবং রাশিয়া ইউক্রেন যুদ্ধের কারণে সমগ্র পৃথিবীতে দ্রব্যমূল্য বেড়েছে। সমগ্র পৃথিবীতে দ্রব্যের মূল্য 60% বৃদ্ধি পেয়েছে, অন অ্যান অ্যাভারেজ 60%। আমাদের দেশে এই সময়ে তার তুলনায় অনেক কম বৃদ্ধি পেয়েছে, এবং যে সমস্ত পণ্যের মূল্য বৃদ্ধি পেয়েছে সেগুলো যাতে স্বল্প আয়ের মানুষ স্বল্প মূল্যে কিনতে পারে, সেজন্য পৃথিবীর মাধ্যমে 1 কোটি কম আয়ের মানুষের কাছে, স্বল্প আয়ের মানুষের কাছে পণ্য বিক্রি করার ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া হচ্ছে। পত্রপত্রিকায় আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি, কিছু টেলিভিশন চ্যানেলেও আমরা দেখতে পাচ্ছি যে কেউ পণ্য না পেলে সেটি প্রচার করা হচ্ছে, কিন্তু হাজার হাজার মানুষ যে পণ্য নিয়ে খুশি হয়ে যাচ্ছে সেটি প্রচার করা হচ্ছে না, যেটি দুঃখজনক। আমাদের সরকার অসাধু ব্যবসায়ীদের বিরুদ্ধেও কঠোর ব্যবস্থা গ্রহণ করছে, আর ভিতরে ভিতরে এই পণ্যের মূল্য বৃদ্ধি করার জন্য বিএনপি অসাধু ব্যবসায়ীদের তাল দিচ্ছে, তাদের উৎসাহ দিচ্ছে, আর মাঠে কর্মসূচি পালন করছে, লোক দেখানো কর্মসূচি পালন করছে, যেটি তাদের দ্বিচারিতা।
Earlier, Information and Broadcasting Minister unveiled the covers of the books Pranay Rajniti, written by politician Rashid Rahman, Gonomadhyame Hatkori, written by agriculturist Saleh Mohammad Rashid Alok, a book of poems based on Bangabandhu's unfinished autobiography titled Shotoborshe Shotokobita, written by the Information Cadre Officer Afroza Knight, AC collection Bangabandhu Bangladesh, edited by poet Soumitra Deb, and a book of poetry Opikha, written by journalist Sajeda Parvin Shaju. Among others, Whip Abu Said Al Mahmoud Shapun, Shebuk League President Nirmal Ranjan Guha, and General Secretary Afzalur Rahman Babu and President of All European Awami League M. Nazrul Islam were present. After a 2-year COVID-induced closure, in-person classes for pre-primary students resumed today across the country, including capital Dhaka. On March 17, 2020, all educational institutions were shut down due to the pandemic. They reopened partially on September 12 last year. However, classes of pre-primary were shut down for 2 years at a stretch. In the initial stage, classes of pre-primary will be taken on Sunday and Tuesday. Primary and secondary schools also resumed full-fledged in-person classes today after online classes and limited-scale operations following hygiene rules. Teachers said the presence of the students in the classes increased as the corona infection rate decreased in the country. They said they will take extra care of the students to recoup the losses. 10 noted personalities and an organization are going to be honored with the Independence Award 2022 for their outstanding contributions to the national level. The Cabinet Division has declared the Independence Award recipients in a press release today. 6 personalities have been selected for their roles in the independence and liberation war. They are valiant freedom fighter Ilyas Ahmed Chaudhry, martyred Colonel Khandakar Nazmul Huda Bir Bikram, Abdul Jalil, Shirajuddin Ahmed, late Muhammad Sahiuddin Bishash, and late Shirajul Haq. Professor Dr. Kono Kanti Borua and Professor Dr. Kamrul Islam have been selected for their contributions to medicine. Late Muhammad Amir Hamza and has been selected for his contribution to literature, while late architect Syed Mainul Hussain will be honored for architecture. Bangladesh Wheat and Maize Research Institute will receive the award for its contribution to research and training. Saudi Foreign Minister Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud arrived in Dhaka on a 2-day visit. Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen received his Saudi counterpart today at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport at around 6 p.m. Foreign Secretary Masood bin Momen, Bangladesh Ambassador to Saudi Arabia Mohammad Jabed Patwari, Saudi Ambassador to Bangladesh Isa bin Yusuf Al Dahilan, and Foreign Ministry officials were present at the airport. During his visit, the Saudi Foreign Minister will meet Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina tomorrow morning. After that, Dr. Momen will hold a tete-a-tete with his Saudi counterpart at a city hotel, to be followed by a bilateral political consultation between the two countries at the same venue. Later, the Saudi Foreign Minister, along with his Bangladesh counterpart, will join the foundation stone-laying ceremony of the Arabic Language Institute. The Saudi Foreign Minister is scheduled to leave Dhaka tomorrow afternoon. Now, international news. Russian troops have expanded their special military operation across Ukraine as they continue attempts to encircle and cut off Ukraine's capital, Kyiv. Kyiv Mayor Vitaly Klitschko announces a 35-hour curfew for people in the capital. It comes after Russian airstrikes. But talks between Russian and Ukrainian officials are expected to resume today. One of the Ukraine's negotiators has said talks between Ukrainian and Russian officials will resume today, which was paused on Monday with no breakthrough. Earlier, the Kremlin said it was too soon to draw any conclusions from talks to resolve the conflict in Ukraine as fighting intensified around the capital, Kyiv. The work is complex, but the very fact that the work is continuing is in itself positive, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters. Meanwhile, according to the latest tally from the UN Refugee Agency, about 2.8 million people have fled Ukraine. The UK and the EU have unveiled more sanctions against Russia, including targeting luxury goods. UK announces 350 new sanctions listings on Russia. Bangladesh today reported 0 coronavirus deaths for the first time after December 9. The country reported 217 COVID-19 positive cases in the last 24 hours. Corona infection rate was reported 1.54%. Directorate General of Health Services, DGHS, in its routine daily statement today said the death toll has risen to 29,112 from coronavirus, and the tally of infections has risen to 19,49,942. The recovery count rose to 18,64,808 after another 1,600 patients recovered. The statement said 1.54% of 14,049 samples tested positive. DGH's statistics showed that the people infected from the beginning, 95.61% recovered and 1.49% died. Meanwhile, new COVID-19 global death toll reaches 60,69,000 and over 46,843,000 people have been infected globally. Besides, 39,40,37,000 people have recovered from the virus so far. World Bank has expressed interest to invest $5 to $8 billion in different projects of rural infrastructure development program, including Amar Gram Amar Shohor project. LGRD and Cooperatives Minister Mohammad Tajul Islam told this to the journalists at the Secretariat today, following a meeting with a delegation of the World Bank. Infrastructure Affairs Director of World Bank South Asia Department, Guanzhe Chen, led the delegation. Senior Secretary of Local Government Division Helaluddin Ahmed and senior officials of the ministry were present on the occasion. The LGRD minister said World Bank agreed to invest in rehabilitation of cyclone-hit people of coastal areas and proper implementation of the Amar Gram Amar Shohor project taken following the ideology of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Education Minister Dr. Deepu Muni has said Bangladesh is economically progressing fast due to fast-sighting philosophy of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She said this while addressing a seminar titled Hasinomics, Bangladesh, a Development Sunrise at the National Press Club in Dhaka today. Among others, political analyst Subhash Singh Roy, President of the Press Club Farida Yasmin, Bangladeshi student of Oulu University in Finland Mohammad Inam Hussain were present. Dr. Deepu Muni congratulated Mohammad Inam Hussain for his research on Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's philosophy and called upon the students and researchers to come forward with this kind of research works. Now news on weather. Weather forecast valid till 6 p.m. tomorrow said weather may remain dry over the country. Mild heat wave is sweeping over Sylhet division and the regions of Feni and Sitakundo, and it may continue. Day and night temperatures may rise slightly over the country. Now today's maximum and minimum temperatures in divisional cities. Maximum 33.3 and minimum 18.5 degrees Celsius in Rangpur. Maximum 35.3 and minimum 17.3 degrees Celsius in Rajshahi. Maximum 33.6 and minimum 21 degrees Celsius in Mymensingh. Maximum 36.9 and minimum 20.1 degrees Celsius in Sylhet. Maximum 35 and minimum 24 degrees Celsius in Dhaka. Maximum 35 and minimum 19.5 degrees Celsius in Khulna. Maximum 34.5 and minimum 17.6 degrees Celsius in Borishal, and maximum 33, minimum 22.3 degrees Celsius in Chattogram Division. The highest temperature of the country was recorded 36.9 degrees Celsius in Sylhet, and lowest temperature was recorded 16 degrees Celsius at Rajarhat in Kurigram today. The weather forecast for next 3 days. The day and night temperature may rise by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius over the country. There will be sunlight in the sky. Day temperature may remain unchanged in the capital tomorrow. Night temperature may rise by 1 degree to 23 degrees Celsius. Day temperature may rise by 1 degree to 36 degrees Celsius on Friday. Night temperature may fall by 1 degree to 22 degrees Celsius. Now news on sports. Bangladesh men hockey team confirmed the semi-finals of AHF Cup hockey tournament as they beat Iran by 6-2 goals in Indonesia today. At JBK Hockey Field of Jakarta, Ashraful Islam scored hat-trick goal while Khurshidul Rahman Milon, Hussain and Roman Shorkar scored 1 goal each for Bangladesh. Mohammad Ali Salihipur and Naveed Tahirirad scored 1 goal each for Iran. To end, Bangabandhu National Savate Karate Tournament will start from 17 March in the capital. A press conference was held at Bangabandhu National Stadium to inform the details of the tournament today. Executive of Patron Organization FM Iqbal bin Anwar, President of Savate Karate Association Mehdi Hassan and Chairman of Savate Development Commission in Bangladesh, Dildar Hussain Dilu were present on the occasion. A total of 250 players will take part in the competition. To end the bulletin, the headlines once again. 1 crore people to get special cards to buy daily essentials at lower price, says Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at 14-party meeting. Independence Award 2022 goes to 10 noted personalities and 1 institution recognizing their glorious and commendable works to the nation. BNP's so-called threat of mass uprising to topple the government is nothing but hollow talks, comments Obaidul Qadir. BNP maintaining a double standard about prices of commodities, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Educational institutions in the country return to normal schedule as pre-primary kids get back to schools after 2 years. No death from corona reported in country after December 9, while infection rate 1.54% in 24 hours. Russian military intervention in Ukraine continues amid preparations for a 5th round dialogue between the two sides. And beating Iran by 6 goals to 2, Bangladesh in the semi-final of AHF Cup hockey in Indonesia. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite you to watch our 11:30 Bangla News. We also request you to follow health guidelines, wear masks and stay safe from corona. Khuda Hafiz.